Hello everyone, welcome to the second video lectures in data mining. Okay, in the last video we have seen and we agree that the data mining is an integral part in the knowledge discovery process, which is known as the KDD process. So in this particular video we are going to see the data mining system architecture. Okay, and this architecture of a typical data mining system is proposed by Han and Camber in their book called Data Mining Concepts and Techniques, and it consists of the following components as you can see in the diagram. So we already know that data mining is the process of discovering interesting knowledge from large amount of data stored in the database or in a data warehouse or any other information repositories. Okay, so whenever we are talking of database in which data mining algorithms can be applied, there are variety of databases, and we know that the strength of data mining process lies in the variety of data that it can mine. So data mining algorithms are applicable to any kind of information repository storing any kind of data. Okay, so if we see some of the data in which data mining algorithm can be used, for example, we can take the first example could be a flat file, which is the most common data source from data mining algorithms, and this consists of files stored either in the text format or in the binary format that contain data related to transaction, time series data, or scientific measurement, etc. The second kind of database that we can talk about is the relational database, which we already know that a relational database includes a set of tables containing values of attributes. Okay, and we also know that SQL is the language used for retrieval and manipulation of the data stored in this table. So we can also apply data mining algorithms in relational database. Next, a transaction database, and which is a set of records representing transactions, each with a timestamp and an identifier and a set of items involved in the transaction. Okay, so transaction data is analyzed for market basket analysis or association rules, in which association between items occurring together in a sequence are studied. So which is, you can take the example of bread and butter. These are the two items which can be purchased in a transaction of a particular customer. Okay, so the next database we can take to be the multimedia database, which includes audio, video, images, and text media, and they are usually stored in object-oriented database. This is already we know. Data mining algorithm from multimedia repository requires application of many other techniques like computer vision, computer graphics, image interpretation, and natural language processing methodologies. The next database in which data mining algorithms can be applied includes spatial databases. These are the databases that store geographical information like the maps and global or regional positioning in addition to the usual data. And time series database is another database which stores time related data such as the stock market data. So data mining techniques are applied to such database to study correlation between different variables, or you can predict the trends and the movement of the variables in time. The World Wide Web is a heterogeneous and dynamic data repository. Why? Because a large number of publishers are continuously contributing to its growth, and a huge number of users are accessing it daily all around the globe. So this is another kind of a repository in which data mining algorithms can be applied. Next we will talk about data warehouse, which is a repository of data collected from multiple data sources and which give the privilege to analyze data from sources under the same roof. Okay, and this data mining, so these are some of the example in which data mining algorithm can be applied. And as you can see in the diagram, data cleaning, data integration techniques, which is known as the data pre-processing technique in the KDD process, have to be applied to the data before the data mining algorithm can be applied on it. However, in case the data mining algorithms are applied directly to the data warehouse, then cleaning and integration function may be skipped. Why? Because a data warehouse already contains integrated and clean data. Okay, so this is the data bottom of the diagram, in which all the databases or data repositories are given in which data mining algorithms can be applied. Next, we will talk about the component which is known as the database or data warehouse server. So this is the database or data warehouse server which is used to fetch the relevant data based on the user's data mining request. So you can take this to be the data transformation step in the KDD process. Okay. Next, we will talking about the knowledge base, which contains the domain knowledge that is used to guide the search or used for evaluation of the interestingness of the resulting patterns. So the example of knowledge can include concept hierarchies, which we will discuss in the data warehousing part, user beliefs, interestingness threshold, and the metadata. Okay. Next come the data mining applications, or it is in some book it is given as data mining engine, which consists of a set of modules for tasks, for different data mining tasks, such as we can give association analysis, classification, clustering analysis, like this. Next, we will talk about the pattern evaluation module, and this component employs some measures and other threshold values and interacts with the data mining application so as to retrieve only the interesting results. Okay, so this pattern evaluation module, you can compare it with the pattern evaluation thing in the KDD process. And last, in the top of the architecture, there is the graphical user interface, which interacts with the user and the data mining system, and allowing the user to use the data mining system either by specifying a query or any data mining tasks like the association, classification, clustering, like this. With this graphical user interface, users can also provide extra information to guide the search process. Okay, and in addition to those, the graphical user component enables end users to browse the database, evaluate the mine patterns, and also the visualize the discovered patterns in different formats like histogram, dendrogram, decision tree, like this. So this is the typical architecture of a data mining system with these components. Thank you for watching the video and hope you like this video.